Some time ago, the Confederate flag, that's the red flag that has the white trim with a blue X and white stars in the center. It had a different meaning. Just like if you watch my videos, you often hear me define words from old, yesterday, year, all the way up to the point now. Well, that's not the purpose of this particular video. The purpose of this particular video right now is not about the Confederate flag, but it's about the Ku Klux Klan. Now the Ku Klux Klan is getting in on the Ferguson, Missouri protest. And Vice News is reporting, and this is what it says right here. A Ku Klux Klan group claims it is around Ferguson and fundraising for Darren Wilson. Darren Wilson was the police officer that shot and killed Michael Brown in cold blood. August 20th, 2014. I'm going to read a little bit of this article here, okay? The upheaval in Ferguson, Missouri following the shooting of an unarmed 18-year-old Michael Brown has laid bare to racial tensions gripping the area, with militarization, police shooting tear gas at protesters, and incidents of looting, more than 100 arrests, and at least one other death. You'd expect that the situation could get no worse, but it couldn't possibly be helped by the involvement of the Ku Klux Klan. A Klan group based in South Carolina recently announced that its Missouri chapter would be holding a fundraiser this weekend for Darren Wilson, a police officer accused of shooting and killing Brown. The location is supposed to be somewhat in Sullivan, a town about an hour outside of Ferguson. All money will go to the cop who did his job against the Negro criminal, the announcement said. Charles Murray, the Imperial Wizard of the New Empire Knights, told Vice News that he and the members of his group are in the Ferguson area in order to help protect white-owned businesses and white people from looting and violence. We are raising money for Officer Wilson, he said, and we are guarding homes and businesses of whites that feel threatened near Ferguson. With blacks out of control, we have our Missouri realm going to these areas near Ferguson. A post that appeared on the group's blog on Monday said that we can't have blacks robbing and murdering innocent whites. I am on my way down along the members from 3 different states and members of the Southern Mountain Knights. In a report, The Wire earlier this week, Murray said that the group has already raised over $1,200 for Wilson, who was placed on paid administrative leave following the shooting. Now, that's what always amazed me. I was hoping to get through this article uninterrupted. But number one, I'm going to tell you right now that the Ku Klux Klan, they may be there. And I've said it many, many years ago that the Ku Klux Klan has traded in their sheets for seats in suits. Police chiefs, sheriff's departments, any government job, sitting for judges, sitting on benches, politicians. That's a different way, because there's no way they're going to go down to Ferguson with these Christmas suits on in that particular area, in this hostile environment, because you talking about tensions and stuff really flaring and raising. It's really going to get ugly if they come down there dressed in their garbs. But it's amazing how that these police officers always put on paid administrative leave, isn't it? It's amazing, isn't it? All right. But law enforcement officials chose to investigate the Vice News that they have not encountered any known KKK members in the area, nor have they recorded any official incidents or clashes between the white supremacist group and Ferguson residents. A Vice News crew operating in and around Ferguson has not seen any indication of the Ku Klux Klan or the Klan is in this active area. Want some Klandy? The Ku Klux Klan launches a nationwide propaganda push. Read more. An officer of the St. Louis Police Department who asked that his name be not acknowledged. His name is not acknowledged. That they are aware. They are not. Excuse me. That they are aware of the advertisement. It's early in the morning. It's 4:36 in the morning. Advertised rally in Southern, but noticed that they hadn't yet found concrete proof of the proposed meeting. It's highly unlikely that Wilson would knowingly accept funds raised by the alleged Klan organization, according to the law enforcement source. Talk about PR suicide, the St. Louis officer said. All right. And it goes on and on and on. I mean, the article is kind of lengthy here, but I tell you what I'll do. I'll include a link at the bottom in the pictures. And you can see all these cowards dressed up in these white suits with sheets on with holes in them and carrying on. That's in order to conceal their identity. Boy, they're some brave people, aren't they? Amazing, isn't it? Oh, well. And I guess, since I'm a black preacher and stuff, that's going to make it racist. And, of course, I'm sure somebody's going to have something to say about that as well. I guarantee you. But, hey, nevertheless, I report the news. In this particular incident, you decide. And the reason why I'm staying on this and not giving it any rest is because many moons ago, I told us all that racism is going to be what the powers that be is going to use and also biological warfare. And the United States of America is going to become a third world country. We're watching it right now. But racism is going to be the destruction of this country. You know what's amazing about this so-called illegal immigration now? It's done took a back seat according to this Ferguson, Missouri shooting, and the news is going on is that these same people holler illegal immigrants, the politicians, so-called allegedly, and a lot of the people, but they sure don't mind that the corporations would turn around and uproot the jobs in this country in order to go and work in Mexico, the Philippines, China, all these other different areas and stuff where these impoverished people are, and give them slave wages and then turn around and sell the goods back to you. And all of a sudden, you have no problem with the corporations doing that, and they're jumping over, constantly jumping over the border all the time. But then as soon as some so-called illegal immigrants flood over here, I mean, how wicked can this country get? They turn around a child that was born on this soil. They'll deport the child and then give the mother the option if she wants to stay or go. I mean, it just gets, everything is just from bad to worse. It's just propaganda. It's just a literal mess. I can't wait for the kingdom to come. I truly can't wait for the real true kingdom to come. The king is coming.